Hi, I'm Diana Falzone, and this is 4 for 4. 4 opinions on 4 entertainment headlines in just 4 minutes. Avengers star Jeremy Renner is defending himself for calling the Black Widow character a slut. Carly, what is going on here?
So Jeremy Renner was doing a press interview recently where they were talking about the Black Widow Avengers character, who in the comic strip is romantically linked to 4 out of the 6 Avengers.
That would be 2/3.
That would be 2/3. And
thanks, mathematician.
And he was making a joke and called her a slut. And to that I have to say, we're talking about pen and ink here, people. Calm down.
Yes, calm down. I agree. It was a joke. He was mixing things up. But I will say there's a double standard. I mean, Tony Stark is called a playboy, excuse me. I was a little more offended that he called it a tedious press day, to be honest. In defense of my colleague.
Yeah, come on. Jeremy Renner was trying to make a joke and everybody got on him. I do see what you're saying. Like there's James Bond slept with every woman on every movie and nobody ever called him a slut. Yes. But again, he's making a joke. He's trying to be funny. He's trying to promote his movie. And what he said was
not only that, Jeremy also said he did not make it sexist. He said that if he did the same thing, he would be a slut too.
Right.
So the Price is Right got slammed when a wheelchair-bound contestant had to compete to win a treadmill. Ooh, Chris, could the show have handled things a little differently?
Maybe it's live to tape, so they could have stopped the show, said, oops, big boo-boo here, we didn't see this coming, we're going to kind of start over, play along with us, we're going to get a couple more gifts out here to bid on. That said, I don't think it was, again, not that big a deal, and everybody seems to be moving on.
I think maybe they were in too much shock to do it at the moment, but I think now this could be a learning experience going forward. Honestly, I think that they could take a lot away from this. The show's been on the air for years, so maybe time to put in like backup plans.
But you would think they would have one by now.
I know, but you know what? The contestant was such a good sport about this, and it didn't faze her at all. So maybe they even asked her, hey, listen, is this cool to air? She said yes. I don't know. I'm just speculating. But bottom line, I feel bad for those producers who were all just up in the control room going, of all people and of all the prizes, how did this happen?
You know what, maybe they had a whole new group of producers starting that week because it's live to tape. And when something's live to tape, that means that you can stop it and you can restart. So why they didn't do that is beyond me because we have a lot of cringeworthy moments here that you just don't see. Tiger Woods said he hasn't slept in 3 days after his breakup from Lindsey Vonn. Cries the river. Actually, karma's a tiger, ain't it?
Sure can be. No, it can be. And I feel like for him, because of what he did, I mean, everyone's going to say that, but they were together for a couple of years, so I'm not sure it applies here. And he was also talking about how this time of year is difficult for him. It's the anniversary of his father's death. So he was sharing a lot. I'm not sure if it speaks for what his golf game is going to be.
I don't know. Come on, after everything he did to Elin Nordegren, for him to go up there and say, poor me, I just got dumped and I haven't slept for 3 days, give me a break.
No sympathy.
I completely agree. Ever since Elin chased him down the driveway, golf club in hand, his public life...
Not been confirmed.
That's true. All right, but still, great imagery. His public life has been so sad. I mean, his golf game is completely off. It's just he's sad.
I don't feel sad for Tiger Woods.
The Masters.
He was with an Olympian, a victorious athletic champion for 2 years, and a beautiful blonde to boot. I am not having any sympathy for Tiger Woods. I'm so sorry. I would call that a mulligan. Tom Cruise is going to have to promote his new Mission Impossible movie post-blockbuster Scientology documentary, Going Clear. Carly, do you think the doc will affect the Mission Impossible box office?
No, it won't affect the box office, but he will have to answer a lot more questions about Scientology because this documentary has been such a runaway success for HBO, and it really dives into the Church of Scientology, really discredits the religion, and really makes Tom Cruise seem like he's just drinking the Kool-Aid, and he's a big focus of it, so he will have to answer a lot of questions, very uncomfortable questions about the religion.
I agree that it won't affect the box office. I think Mission Impossible has become more about the franchise than about Tom Cruise, and I think that Tom Cruise has done a lot of things publicly in the past, jumping on the couch, what have you, that audiences just didn't really pay that much attention to and still spent their money at the box office. I think the promotion will be affected, may not have to answer that many questions.
I'm not sure. When you think think of Tom Cruise, when you think of John Travolta, Scientology is the first thing that pops up. And with this documentary out there totally discrediting the quote-unquote religion, I just don't see how he can get past it at this point. It may not affect the box office. Mission Impossible may be bigger than
I don't think it will affect the box office because you're looking at a demographic of what, maybe like 14-year-old to 35-year-old guys that are not going to be watching that documentary. All right, guys, that's what we think. Tell us what you think on Twitter and subscribe to our new Fox 411 YouTube channel.